Greetings, fellow fans of Westeros. Today, we embark on a journey into the realm of dragons and political intrigue as we unveil the top 10 incredible facts you didn't know about the beloved series, Game of Thrones. From its inception on paper to its epic adaptation on the small screen, we'll explore the hidden gems and astonishing details that make this fantasy world so captivating. So, grab your Valyrian steel and let's dive into the secrets of Game of Thrones on the Robot Ray channel. Fact number 10. George R.R. Martin's inspiration. George R.R. Martin, the author of A Song of Ice and Fire, series that inspired the television phenomenon, Game of Thrones, drew inspiration from a myriad of historical events, figures, and literary works. One significant source of inspiration for Martin was the Wars of the Roses, a series of civil wars fought in medieval England between the rival houses of Lancaster and York. The complex political intrigue, power struggles, and familial conflicts during this period heavily influenced the intricate and often treacherous dynamics between the noble houses in Westeros. Moreover, Martin's storytelling is deeply rooted in the rich tapestry of fantasy literature that came before him. J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings and the historical novels of Maurice Druon, specifically the Accursed Kings series, also served as inspirations. By blending historical events with fantasy elements and moral ambiguity, Martin crafted a narrative that transcended traditional genre boundaries, creating a complex and immersive world that captivated readers and viewers alike. The fusion of these diverse influences contributed to the unique and compelling narrative of Game of Thrones, establishing it as a groundbreaking and unparalleled epic in the world of fantasy literature and television. Fact number 9. The Direwolves Training. The Direwolves in Game of Thrones played a crucial and iconic role, serving as companions and guardians to the Stark children. What many fans may not know is that the Direwolves were not created entirely through CGI. Real wolves were used during filming. The production team employed Northern Inuit dogs to portray the Direwolves, and these dogs underwent extensive training to ensure their on-screen presence was both believable and captivating. Trainers worked with the dogs to perform specific actions and follow cues, creating a seamless integration of these magnificent creatures into the fantasy world of Westeros. The training process for the Direwolves was intensive, involving coordination with both trainers and actors to establish a bond between the on-screen Stark siblings and their wolf counterparts. This effort contributed to the authenticity of the Direwolves' interactions with the characters and added a layer of realism to the fantasy series. The dedication to using real animals for these roles, coupled with the skillful training provided to the Northern Inuit dogs, enhanced the overall visual impact of the Direwolves in Game of Thrones. Fact number 8. The Iron Throne's construction. The Iron Throne, a symbol of power and authority in the world of Game of Thrones, was a meticulously crafted and iconic set piece. Contrary to popular belief, the throne wasn't constructed entirely from iron. Instead, it was made using a combination of materials, including wood and various foams. The construction team, led by production designer Gemma Jackson, employed a method known as vacuforming, where heated sheets of plastic were molded to create the intricate details of the throne. The entire process required meticulous attention to detail to capture the essence of the imposing and foreboding Iron Throne. The throne itself went through several iterations, with each season featuring slight modifications to its design. The final version, featured in the show's later seasons, weighed approximately 700 pounds and stood at an imposing height. The dedication to the craftsmanship of the Iron Throne not only contributed to the show's visual impact but also made it an enduring symbol in popular culture. The construction details highlight the thoughtful and labor-intensive efforts put into bringing the fictional world of Westeros to life on screen. Fact number 7. The Red Wedding Impact. The Red Wedding, a harrowing and shocking event in Game of Thrones, left an indelible impact on both the characters and the audience. This infamous scene, depicted in the episode The Reigns of Castamere, showcased a brutal massacre during the wedding feast of Edmure Tully and Rosalind Frey. The narrative twist, masterfully adapted from George R.R. Martin's book series, took viewers by surprise, subverting traditional storytelling expectations. The impact was so profound that it became a cultural touchstone, and the term Red Wedding entered the lexicon to describe any shocking and unexpected turn of events in fiction. The emotional resonance of the Red Wedding extended beyond the television screen. The visceral reaction from fans and the broader audience demonstrated the series' ability to defy conventions and challenge viewers' expectations. The Red Wedding remains a defining moment in Game of Thrones, contributing to the show's reputation for its unpredictable narrative and willingness to explore the darker aspects of power, betrayal, and consequence in the fantasy genre. Fact number 6. The Dothraki Language. The Dothraki language, spoken by the nomadic warrior culture in Game of Thrones, is not just a fictional construct for the show. It's a fully developed language with its own grammar and vocabulary. Linguist David J. Peterson was tasked with creating the Dothraki language, and he went beyond creating a few phrases, developing a comprehensive linguistic system for the nomadic horse lords. Peterson took inspiration from the snippets of Dothraki language mentioned in George R.R. Martin's novels, and he expanded on it, creating a fully functional language for the Dothraki people. Peterson's dedication to linguistic authenticity involved creating a consistent grammatical structure, pronunciation rules, and an extensive vocabulary for Dothraki. He even produced an entire dictionary for the language. The result was a linguistic achievement that added depth and authenticity to the portrayal of the Dothraki culture in the series. The Dothraki language not only served the narrative but also became a testament to the meticulous world building that contributed to the immersive experience of Game of Thrones. Fact number 5. The real-life locations. Game of Thrones utilized a variety of real-world locations to bring the fantastical world of Westeros to life. The stunning landscapes served as the backdrop for key scenes, contributing to the show's visual grandeur. Dubrovnik, Croatia, stood in for King's Landing, the capital of the Seven Kingdoms. The city's historic architecture, including Fort Lavragenik and Dubrovnik's city walls, provided the perfect setting for the political intrigues and power struggles central to the series. Northern Ireland played a significant role in the series, with locations such as the Dark Hedges representing the King's Road and Ballantoy Harbour serving as the rugged Iron Islands. The expansive and diverse landscapes of Iceland portrayed the icy landscapes beyond the Wall. These real-life locations not only enhanced the visual spectacle of Game of Thrones, but also became iconic in their own right, drawing tourists and fans alike to experience the magic of Westeros in person. The strategic use of authentic and visually striking locations added a layer of realism to the fantasy series, elevating it to a global phenomenon. Fact number 4. The Night's Watch Training. The Night's Watch, sworn to defend the realm from dangers beyond the Wall, required its actors to undergo a unique and challenging training regimen. To prepare for their roles, actors who portrayed members of the Night's Watch participated in a special boot camp. This training, led by a former member of the French Foreign Legion, involved rigorous physical exercises, weapons training, and survival skills to authentically capture the hardened and disciplined nature of the Night's Watch. The intense preparation helped actors understand the challenges faced by their characters in the harsh conditions north of the Wall. The Night's Watch training also extended to the costumes worn by the actors. The iconic black cloaks worn by the Night's Watch were made from an unusual material, rugs. The costume designers sourced rugs, cut them into strips, and then weathered and aged them to create the distinctive and weather-beaten appearance of the Night's Watch cloaks. This innovative use of materials added authenticity to the visual portrayal of the Night's Watch, emphasizing the resourcefulness and practicality required in the unforgiving environment beyond the Wall. Fact number 3. The prophecies and foreshadowing. Game of Thrones was rife with prophecies and foreshadowing, adding layers of complexity to the narrative. One notable prophecy involved the prince that was promised, a figure destined to save the world from darkness. The identity of this prophesied savior was a topic of much speculation among fans. While the show left the prophecy's fulfillment somewhat open to interpretation, the novels by George R.R. Martin provide additional details that further contribute to the mystery and intrigue surrounding this ancient prophecy. Foreshadowing was a storytelling technique skillfully employed throughout the series, creating subtle hints and clues about future events. An example of this was the use of direwolf symbolism for the Stark children. Each Stark child received a direwolf pup that reflected their personality and destiny. The fates of these direwolves were often intertwined with the destinies of the Stark children, serving as a subtle yet powerful form of foreshadowing. These narrative techniques added depth and intrigue to the storytelling, encouraging fans to analyze and speculate on the unfolding events in the intricate and unpredictable world of Westeros. Fact number 2. The Battle of the Bastards. The Battle of the Bastards, in Game of Thrones, is widely regarded as one of the most epic and visually stunning battles in television history. Filmed in Northern Ireland, the battle brought together a massive production team, including hundreds of extras, to recreate the intense clash between Jon Snow's forces and Ramsay Bolton's army. The meticulous planning and execution of the battle scenes, directed by Miguel Sapochnik, earned the episode critical acclaim and several Emmy Awards, including Outstanding Directing for a Drama Series. The realism of the Battle of the Bastards extended to the practical effects used during filming. To capture the chaotic and visceral nature of the battle, the production team employed a combination of practical effects, including real horses and pyrotechnics. The immersive and gritty portrayal of warfare showcased the show's commitment to delivering unparalleled cinematic experiences, leaving an enduring impact on both fans and the television industry as a whole. Fact number 1. The Legacy of Game of Thrones. The legacy of Game of Thrones extends far beyond its cultural impact during its 8-season run. The series not only revolutionized television storytelling but also demonstrated the global appeal of fantasy narratives. With its intricate plotlines, complex characters, and unexpected twists, Game of Thrones became a cultural phenomenon, setting a new standard for high-quality television. The show's success paved the way for a wave of fantasy adaptations in both television and film, as studios sought to capture the same level of audience engagement and critical acclaim. Furthermore, Game of Thrones solidified the importance of digital streaming platforms in the entertainment landscape. The show gained immense popularity through HBO's streaming services, and its success contributed to the rise of on-demand content consumption. The series also redefined the scale and ambition of television production, showcasing that epic storytelling on par with cinematic blockbusters could be achieved on the small screen. Despite the mixed reception of its final season, Game of Thrones remains a cultural touchstone, leaving an indelible mark on the television industry and continuing to influence the landscape of fantasy storytelling in various media. And there you have it, fellow fans, the top 10 incredible facts you didn't know about Game of Thrones. From its inception to its epic conclusion, this legendary series has left an indelible mark on the world of fantasy. Join me for more fascinating explorations and mind-boggling facts on the Robot Ray channel. If you found this video fascinating and informative, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Robot Ray channel for more incredible explorations. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep on exploring.